Think about this. Think about when you grow up outside of the United States, what you hear about black people. And then once you come here, what you hear about black people. And then when you get to experience black people, this is what you get.
So you got one of our sisters that have immigrated here to America actually with our parents, and she's breaking down how them folks always trying to cause dissension with black immigrants and black Americans by telling them, ooh, stay away from the black Americans. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Simple. Cheap labor. Why do you think America is playing hero right now with Ukraine? Why do you think America has always been the hero for refugees and immigrants? Why do you think immigration started to peak right after slavery ended? We're going to save you. We're going to give you housing, resources, safety. We're going to bring your kids. We're going to give you jobs. We're going to sell you the American dream. But the fine print of that contract, don't mess with these people. They're lazy. They don't want to work. They're violent. They're horrible people. They beat black people to the punch and got their side of the story out first.
The pimp game.
And watered down the brutal and inhumane conditions and things that they did to black people and natives in this country.
The pimp game.
In poverty-stricken communities, you're going to be grateful because you just came from a refugee camp. You're like, thank the Lord. What happens in every poverty-stricken community around the world? There's violence, there's crime, obviously. So now you, the refugee, the grateful refugee, gets to see everything that these people are talking about. Because had they placed these immigrants and refugees in thriving communities with thriving black people, they would have been like, dang, y'all were lying. The black people obviously aren't violent. Look at them. They're hardworking. They don't do anything. They got these immigrants working like dogs for scraps, and they're grateful. And here they are, the grateful immigrants and refugees, looking at black people like, why y'all not breaking your backs like we are? Because they already did. They broke their backs. They're the reason we're here. Why should black people work for scraps for the wealth that they built? Make it make sense. And black people are also given negative stereotypes about Africans. So no one's talking to the other person. No one is actually sharing stories and coming together to realize, no, wait, this is common enemy number one, not you guys. So that's the story of the grateful refugee. Beware of black people and stay away from them. They are not good people is one of the first things that my mom was told when she came to this country. I am a first-generation immigrant child. My parents came here back in 1993 after the Somali War. My parents came here as refugees, and they were taught the ways of the Americans by white people who were helping them stay in hotels, giving food, shelter, etc., etc. My mom told me a lot of things that the guides would tell them. They would say, these people, they're black, they get into a lot of crimes. I wouldn't suggest that you mess around with them. One day my mom was taking a permit class, and just like the jail yard, the black people were together, the Mexicans were together, the Africans were with the Africans, the Asians with the Asians, whatever. And as the instructor was talking about, driving and on the road, she said, just make sure that you're paying attention. And for you, she pointed to the Asians and said, don't laugh when you're driving. Don't smile.
One of the main reasons why they want to keep black immigrants away from black people is, first of all, they don't want us to give them the game. So they want to keep them deceived, obviously, when they come to this country. If they talk to us, give an example. She talked about how immigrants will break their back working and work for nothing. Now, what if a black immigrant was getting paid $10 an hour, but the black American know that they're supposed to get paid $20 an hour? Well, if they keep the black immigrant away from the black American, then they can keep paying the black immigrant $10. They keep saying, see, the black Americans are lazy. They don't want to work.
Why not?
Now, that's America's number one thing. It's always been the same message. And as long as it works, they will never fix it. It's called divide and conquer.